time on the Plaid Crafts site. So what's fun about today is we're talking about Let's Paint. The Let's Paint program at Plaid is amazing. We do so much filming. We have wonderful different artists that teach. And today I'm going to be talking about what I am teaching all year this year. On every month I am doing a different hometown project. And so with the pandemic and everything that was going on, we went around the neighborhoods thinking, wouldn't it be fun to do a front door with a wall with hanging wreaths and with flowers in front? Or what do you see? You see the church down the street, the little old church building, and the barn on the farm down the street. There's all kinds of wonderful things around your neighborhood that we thought would make a beautiful gallery wall. And so I'm going to paint some flowers with you today that I have painted through all these months so far this year. And I don't know how good you can see this, but these are 12 projects to make a pretty wall gallery. Isn't that fun? And I want to share with you that everything I'm going to be using today, all the tools I'll be sharing with you, and the worksheets that we're using are in a great kit. And this kit is, you can get on plaidonline.com, or you can get on Amazon. So everything, even our wonderful paint. And if you're looking at this paint and thinking, that doesn't look like the paint bottle that I usually get. Well, let me tell you, this is brand new labels, so I'm excited to share that with you. First time I got to see them too, so it's really fun. I'm using my FolkArt One Stroke paintbrushes, and these are a super value kit that's in brushes, 10 of them that are inside this kit that we share. And what I'm going to also share with you, that this is also tools. Let's look at the tools. So the tools have one thing that everybody has a problem with when they're doing one stroke. Not everybody, but a lot of people say, I'm not sure how to load the brush. So today I'm going to share you how to load this brush and have a good time with it. This is a double loader. It fits inside my palette. So I'm just going to show you. Let me slide this out. I'm going to show you that this is the palette. You can put a foam plate in. I just like to have tools to make it really easy for you. I also have all this luscious, beautiful FolkArt multi-surface paint. So it's thick and creamy, and it makes one-stroke painting easy. So one-stroke painting, we're loading the brush, double loading it with multiple colors. And if you use water, so we don't want to use water, it will muddy the paint. And also, when we're loading it, if we have water, it makes it muddy. So what I want to share with you is what we have in the middle is what I use instead of water. So whenever I do my classes and I come on YouTube, they say to me, what is that clear medium, ma'am? So it's FolkArt this is FolkArt floating medium. And I'm going to share with you, so watch me when I load the brush and I go over to the center, it's floating medium that we're picking up. All right, so that's going to make it glide, because if you're painting on surfaces that are a little drier, or like even greeting cards, you'll see that, okay? So let's look at what's so fun about working on these projects. This is the first one I want to share with you. This is a beautiful piece that's in the gallery, and I say it's beautiful because I love roses, and so I put some open roses and tight little roses, and look at all the different colors. And I even used some teal with the green to make the pretty leaves, all right? So what we're going to get started with, each one of these lessons, before I jump, I want you to see each one of the lessons I teach you how to do a really fun lettering, okay? And so there's different types of lettering, and also what's going to make that easy for you, I'm going to put this down right in front of you so you can see the lettering and all of the worksheets that I'm going to show you. And this fun little kit has all of these patterns. There's 9 two-sided pages of patterns, which I never do patterns, but these have words and phrases and the bike that you have on some of the projects. And there's also stencils if you want to personalize it, upper and lowercase stencils. Okay, so let's go and start painting. All right, oh, I didn't show you, the lid goes on top of that double loader. You dampen this sponge and you pop it on there and put it on the double loader until you come back and paint again, so you save paint, all right? So let's look at the teaching guide that's going to show us how to do these flowers right here, okay? So here's our first one, and what I've done on these guys to make it easy for you is this is January, all right? So January has this purple open face flower. It also tells you what paintbrush is, but see, I stroke here so you can see. So I'm gonna take my 3/4 inch brush, and it's my flat brush. I'm gonna lay it on paper towel, and then I'm going to take and pick up right here. I'm going to pick up purple. Let's do some white over here. Purple and white. This is dioxazine purple and wicker white. Okay, so let's work it in, work it in, work it in. All right, so we want it nice and blended. I'm going to pick up a little bit more white. So usually I put the colors right next to each other, but I had so many flower colors, I put these as separate. So I could have put white there too. So wicker white and dioxazine purple, this is what you do. You come right there and see if that blends something that you like. And then we're gonna come right here, and there's lines and arrows. So watch this. You go right here, and you make smooth wiggles, smooth wiggles. Now what I do, because this paint is multi-surface, so it will stick to multiple surfaces, just like it says. So what we have to do is we have to wipe this off in between, because it will dry hard on there and be harder to get off. So I folded a paper towel. I got white paint all over me here. Let's wipe that off. All right, and then we have this folded paper towel, and I want you to keep that ready to wipe this off until you can practice again, actually. But keep it wiped off, okay, so it doesn't dry on there. All right, so right here is the exact size. Now see the numbers? I'm gonna come right here and do 1, 2, I kind of break them up, 3. Okay, so that's kind of streaky. The beautiful thing about one-stroke painting is if you don't like something you've done, you pick up fresh paint. I go over there and got fresh paint again, and I can go right back on here. Okay, so that's the first rose that I did. All right, now I'm going to wipe this off, and I'm going to do a couple roses for you so you can get the feel of how fun it is and little bits of different strokes to make the rose. Now what happens with the rose is we can do the open rose. It's like a knockout rose, and then you can add more layers on every rose, which will give you some more varieties of roses. Okay, so I'm going to start over here. So now you just keep your teaching guide right in front of you so it helps you see what to do next. Okay, and then you just work around and see, I didn't really even have to go get another load, but we're going to let this sit, and I'm going to do another rose coming down and another color so you can see, and then I'll do the centers of the roses, okay? So let's come over here. What was next? We have a pink, a really pretty pink one. Now see, that's the outside, and then we put a second layer on top. Now on that one, I actually used the 12 flat, so they're both flat brushes. I'm gonna come right here. Now look what happens. You split the brush, and then right here, you don't split the brush. So listen, I'm loving being on here today, but what I would really like is for you guys to ask me questions. And so we have behind the camera Jake, and he's here doing his first time maybe, or second time with Donna Dewberry. And then we have Stephen, who's there to answer questions and all for you and help ask me questions, so I'll know how to help you guys out, okay? So now what we want to do again, remember, you practice, and then you practice here, and then you follow the numbers, and that's all you have to do. All right, so let's go here. Oh, I kind of steady my little finger. Watch this. I put it steady so I can go all around. So how many of you like flowers? Flowers are fun to paint with my technique because it makes it really easy to blend, shade, and highlight, all right? So a lot of techniques take a lot of time to get these different shadings across their flower. Can you see that? Now, people love to do leaves, but they feel like they're difficult. I do fun, simple leaves. So we're gonna show you some of those. We're gonna do a few different flowers like poppies and hydrangeas. All right, so see the two different roses there. So if we have time, I wanna have time to do quite a few little flowers. So let's show you how to do those centers right now. So I'm gonna take my liner here, and I'm gonna pick up with this brush some sap in the center here, and I'm just dabbing it. Okay, so let's look over here. Let's see what we did with the purple. We did some sap also. Now there's a Scruffy brush too we can use. Let's see what it says we did in here. Yeah, it says that we used a Scruffy. So let's do those two colors, which are sap green, and this brush you always do dry. This is another one of the brushes. And any of this one-stroke product and this beautiful paint, just remember, if you're out there wanting to know where to find it, Amazon or Plaid Online, plaidcrafts.com. Okay, see how I'm getting all that shading? Okay, so now I'm going to pick up on this one. I'm just going to pick up, that was a Scruffy brush. Now that Scruffy brush you need to keep dry, so when you need to clean it, you're going to take this brush and you're going to pounce it in your water basin. When you're cleaning these brushes, you're raking it across the bottom of the basin. So this is another one of the great tools. See this basin? And I could just come in here, hear that, and rake it. And then you can lay your brushes here so they don't bend as you're storing them or waiting to use them again. And it also has other places like this one does to put these brushes in the holes to hold it for you. This one even has a paper towel. So this is your palette, double loader, and that's your brush basin. All right, so one of the things that can make this really pop out is a couple of things happen here. I can go around my little finger and tap and get some highlights.
And Donna, I just wanted to let you know that Alexia says that this kit is just what they need and it's inspiring for some upcoming projects for them.
Oh, well, thank you. Who was that?
That was Alexia.
Alexia, thank you. All right, I like, especially if you're out there and you've shared any of this, our products, it would be nice to give people confidence that it works and how you used it. All right, so now I put a little bit of water. I only use the water with this liner brush for when I'm trying to get some detail. So one of the things that you can look right on the guide, it shows you how to do, some water there. We can take and do little lines of accents right there for detail. Can y'all see that? A little bit closer when we're doing some of our detail. All right. All right, now I do want to come in here and just show you a couple of the fun little leaves that we did. All right, so we're taking a 12 flat and we picked up two colors. By the way, I did wash this out, so it doesn't still have the other color in it. But then on here or on the leaves, you can go into the floating medium. If it feels dry, you touch it and then you work it in, okay? So one of the practicing that we're doing here is we're going to do this stroke here. We're going to push down here, pressure, and lift. And I made my brushes kind of spring, so all you have to do is put pressure to get the fullness and lift. Okay, so now look what happens here. I am going to take and do a sprig of fern. So it's one. This is after you practice and you feel comfortable. All right, isn't that a simple leaf? It's got all the shading that you need. Pressure lift, pressure lift, pressure lift. So isn't that kind of fun? And we did all kinds of pretty curly cues and tendrils and everything in this painting. So it feels really warm and pretty with, like I said, I actually used some aqua in this painting. But see, all of this you can learn right there on your guides. All right, so it's kind of like people say it's like having me at home with you so you can practice with the teacher because they're actually my strokes, my actual size strokes, all right? So, and there's a yellow ochre rose, there's more roses. So let's put that to the side. And by the way, remember the lettering, it's all, we've got templates so you can just trace it on. And that makes it easier. When I go in freehand, you got somebody?
Oh, I was just going to say that Lorraine says that they're so thankful that Plaid keeps the videos of Hometown accessible on YouTube and they can go back anytime they want and watch them. And I just want to let you guys know that each month's lesson is still on YouTube and you can go back, check them out whenever you have the time and whenever you're available to watch.
Well, what I love about having lessons that you don't have to download is like Stephen just said, you can go to Plaid Crafts on YouTube and watch it over and over and over. So it makes it wonderful. You could stop and start it as you're painting, as you practice. And guess what? We have 3 different years we've been doing Let's Paint, and all those years and all those lessons are there. And so it's free lessons. You can sit there and enjoy them. I did Flowers of the Year, then I did Wreath of the Year, and every month now we have 3 lessons of One Stroke every month up to, what are we living? August. Okay, so thank you for sharing that with everybody. All right, now look at this. This piece was one of my favorite. And so when I was sharing you how to do a landscape on here, I wanted you to see that what's the very, very back item on this painting. The element that I painted way, way, way in the back, it's the sun. Exactly, it's the sunset or sunrise. And so we have all the pretty colors, and then we did trees, then we worked forward. It's nice to put what phrase you want so that you know where to leave space for that if you want to make it into a sign, which we love. And then we put our barn in, and then we filled it with beautiful colors. So on the front of this, I like to, like I'm taking a picture and what's really close to me, and that are these stock flowers. Now what I loved about the stock flowers I want to share with you, I have to clean the Scruffy brush because it had green paint in it, right, for my centers. All right, now when I take this brush out of the water, let's get another paper towel. All right, are you having fun watching some of these techniques?
Everybody's saying they're having a great time watching, Donna.
They do? Well, thank you guys. All right, Stephen's there if you have questions. And we got Miss Chris here too, because Chris knows all the answers too. She works hard to make all this happen with me. Okay, so let's go next and get our greenery here. So let's pick up February. Now, February's lesson, we did January, which was the plate. We started off the year with a bang. And then in February, it lists the paint, makes it really easy for you, and then the brushes, okay? So just remember, anything that you would like to learn with One Stroke, you can get those tools and that product on our site and plaidcraft.com and go to Amazon, okay? I was like thinking about the places that have what you need so that you have the tools. That's the most asked question when I'm on YouTube. Tell me, how do I get this, ma'am? I want to do this. All right, so here we go. Now, I'm going to take a 12 flat and I'm going to pick up, because my teaching guide told me that, I'm going to pick up the color. Now, you see I'm picking up with a brush split. Then I come here and I work it in. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to go right here to my guide. Now see, I want you to see here, right here, when I'm doing the green, the purple is picked up from this wet flower and it gives you all that pretty shading. So what we're going to do is you can practice the grass on here, or you can practice right on here doing these strokes and wiping it off, okay? So let's put a stem first. So I'm going to do a stem, all right? And before I put all those leaves, see, I'm practicing. We're on the chisel of the brush. And as we're doing that chisel of the brush, we're going to do little strokes on here to fill that. See my little finger? I can do the stalk. And so I decide how high I want my stalk. And the whole lesson is share all this with you is going to be right on those lessons. So this is your tool to have home with you. Yes, Stephen?
This is actually convenient timing. We had a question about the brushes, if you could just talk a little bit more about them. And
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so in this value pack of brushes, I have all these amazing flat brushes. I have different size flat brushes, and then I have a couple of size scruffy brushes and script liners, and these little liners are what I do all my detail with. So let me tell you, I've designed a brush. These are natural hairs, these are synthetic, that when you're stroking and you push down, all you have to do is gently lift and it springs back. Now, if you're out there trying to find a brush like this, many of the other brushes, when you push it down and you pick this up, the brush stays like this. It stays bent. You need a brush that has a great chisel. So a lot of times people will go buy inexpensive craft brushes to learn how to paint. And then they tell me, after I get really good, I'll go get good brushes. Well, these are a very reasonable price to get 10 different brushes. And guess what? If you don't have a good chisel, see how thin that chisel is? That's how we start and end each stroke. So as we're pushing down and we stand up, it pops up. Push, lift, push, lift. And so same thing with the flowers. Look what I'm doing. I'm touching, I'm pushing down, I wiggle. Now watch, all I do is start lifting and it springs up. So synthetic nylon, they last a long time. They've got great handles, ferrules, and bristles, all right? So let's go next and use this Scruffy, which will be one of your best friends, all right? So here's my Scruffy. I fluffed it out. When you get out of the package, be sure you fluff it. It's like a makeup brush. Look at that. All natural hair, and that makes it really a beautiful texture brush. I do all kinds of greenery and bushes and trees. So let me show you. I picked up dry brush, pounce it in here, okay, and a little bit more white. Okay, so look what happens. Now, when I'm at the top here, am I high enough that y'all can see? There we go. At the top, I'm doing just up on the chisel. Okay, then I start putting a little bit of the side of the brush. And then as I'm coming down, I get bigger and bigger. So let me show you what happens here. I'm gonna take and go like this and come back up. So that gave me my height. Okay, and then I'm going to tap along here. All right, now it's too light for me, so I want to go pick up some more, pounce in and get more dioxazine purple and wicker white's what we're using. Okay, and then see, I'm just getting a shading. Now look, I blended, shaded, and highlighted in one stroke, and it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. What do you think? All right, and I'm telling you, look, you can come over here and grab some pink. Get a little bit of pink. That is magenta, dioxazine purple, a little bit of white, and then let's do another one over here. So we're just going to start here smaller with that magenta. Give me a little bit of pink color in here. And as you notice, I did all sizes on here. See that? Now, let me show you what I'm going to do. This is the part I said you're going to like. Let's get our green. So remember, go practice that stroke. All right, and then we're going to pick up the two greens, citrus green, sap green. Pick up. Now, one thing I tell people is just, here, let's drop this like, and it'll get it down by where you need it.
That's a great trick.
Yeah, my little trick, bam. All right, so now watch this. I'm going to push and I'm going to slide up into the purple. Well, now look what happens here. As I'm sliding here, look how pretty. Now this dioxazine purple is a rich, beautiful color. I want you to see that I picked up a little bit of white to lighten it. Now watch what happens here as I slide up, and the slider stroke that we're going to practice. Look how that purple. It's dioxazine purple, makes a beautiful leaf cluster. See how it picks it up? I love it. And you'll feel so artistic when you can make all that shading. Thank you for being on today and watching and seeing how important your tools are. And up here, look, I could put another green. You can see I don't have enough. More paint, more paint, more paint, okay? And it's probably more paint than you ever think you would use, but it makes it really wonderful, okay? So that was a fun, simple little stock flower, and that is February. So let's put this to the side, and let me show you what's next. We're gonna do March, all right? So with March, we did a cute little house, like a cottage with gingerbread trim on it and flower boxes. But look at this. That's what I just did with dioxazine purple and wicker white. But now this topiary is just sap green and citrus green, and maybe even some white in the citrus. And look, you just pounce that. See how easy that is? You can also pounce the hedge across here, which is on the whole front of this project. So let me show that to you. All right. So let's see. What, Miss Chris?
That's June. Sorry, Donna. You're supposed to be showing June.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, March is a great project.
Lots of things to learn in the March project here.
Yeah, let me put this down. March is, okay, Chris said, you know which one's which? And I'm like, yes, no.
You want to get out June because you wanted to show the hydrangeas.
I did. Thank you, Miss Chris.
All right.
All right, so now we're doing June.
And Donna, just take a moment real quick. There's been a lot of comments, people wanting to know where to purchase the kit. If
Okay.
you'll just say that real quick.
All right, so anybody who would like to get this kit, let me tell you, it's very easy to go to plaidonline.com and go to Let's Paint, and on Let's Paint you will see the hometown kit. And it'll show you all the elements that are inside of it. 12 paints. We have, what else did I not tell you? We have the 12 paints, the medium. We have my brush set, the 12 reusable teaching guides. I even paint a hand-painted folder that's inside with this hydrangea on it, and it holds all 12 your reusable teaching guides. And then we have the 9 pages, two-sided, wonderful phrases. As you see, I put phrases on all of these. Look at this. Then sings my soul. And you can personalize them with upper and lowercase stencils. Look how fun those are. All right, so you can make it say Dewberries, but look at this. Bless this house, home sweet home. There's beautiful phrases and sweet farm phrases, hope, faith, all kinds of wonderful elements in there. And we have some patterns so that you can get the base of the house, you can get some windows and bicycle. There's all kinds of fun things. All right, so on this one, I wanted to paint this hydrangea for you. But it was good. I needed to show you March's because I just got through teaching you that purple stock flower. That's exactly how I do all the hedges and the trees. Now look at them. Every one of these lessons, you just turn on the lesson and watch it, but it's not as much fun if you don't have the paints and brushes and tools to get going with. So, listen, I tell everybody, when you get your kit, don't take all the paints out and take it out of your box. Keep it in your box because you know what? Every time you want to paint another lesson with me, you just open your box and you're ready. Okay, so let's do this hydrangea. All right, so this is the whole church on the front. Look how fun this little picket fence is. All right, so now here's our lesson. Now these are little teeny hydrangeas up here. And so I show you a mock one like that you do with the Scruffy brush. Just like I showed you there. You do the pink and then you add a little bit of white at the top of it. All right, so that's magenta and wicker white. And that's what we're gonna use here, magenta and wicker white. So did I answer the questions?
Absolutely.
All right, Stephen, you need to say, Donna.
I will cut in next time.
Tell me. Okay. All right, so let me show you a little trick. We're gonna take this dampened brush, I laid it on the paper towel, we're gonna pick up magenta and let's see, it says I used a little bit of apple red too. So look, apple red. So I need to read the instructions, right? All right, so look at this. You can take and pick up some apple red and magenta. Get some little pink in there. red, actually, the apple red, when you add some white, makes a really light pink. And then the magenta gets a little bit pink, deeper pink. So now look, I'm going to come in here, right here, and pick up both colors, and then I'm going to work it in again, just like we did with the rose. Have you learned anything yet? I love sharing with you how easy if you have the tools. Look at this. This helps you load. So you get I can kind of control you when I can keep you in this little cubby, and then right in here to work it in. And then if you need medium, you dip a little bit of medium, not a lot. All right, and then you work it in and you're ready to go. Okay, so now look what happens. This stroke right here, I show you right here to push and lift. Then it says, I say this like a gingerbread. Look, there's the head. Actually, I had a sweet little lady tell me that. And there's 2 arms. She said, that looks like a gingerbread man. So I said, can I use that? She said, absolutely. All right, so there we are. So you just practice that. That's a simple stroke, but it does take a little bit of practice so you feel comfortable. Now this is what I want to say to you when you do that stroke. I want you to see that you touch, you put pressure, and then all you do is guide it around till it stands up. All right? So I need more white, and sometimes you don't need both colors. Sometimes you just need white. All right, 1, 2, 3. Now, can they see good enough what I'm doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. All right, so 1. It's nice for y'all to come on YouTube and watch when we do these lives, because we're sharing all kinds of tools and what makes painting easier. So now what I want to share with you about my favorite paint. I have every color, and I have multiples of my brushes. So if you've already got the brushes, it's nice to take and have one brush with your greens in it and one brush with your flowers in it, so you're not wasting paint. You can just keep, and we have different sizes. We have a 12 and a 10 and 2s. There's all kinds of sizes of flat brushes in this pack. Now, can you see what I'm doing? I don't do each one into 5 petals. I'm doing 3 and overlapping 3 more. Now, to keep that to be rich and bright and not muddy, you're going to keep picking up just a little bit of white. And if this had water in it, it would not do this for you, okay? So I want you to see I'm coming right here and there. And then every once in a while, like right now, I can do 5 petals. Oops, okay, 5 petals. I love to share with people how nice it is to be able to have a quality paint. Now, with this paint, what you're gonna love is there's a sealer inside. So that makes it so it's indoors, outdoors. You also have metal, glass, wood, ceramic. There's all kinds of fun, not baking ceramic, but just a vase or, a lamp or something that's made out of ceramic. You can turn it from trash to treasure and change the whole look. Now, I want you to see that throughout this entire set of hometown worksheets, what happens is there's so many flowers I teach you, because I'm all about flowers, and we did some landscapes and techniques to do windows and doors that make it easy for you. We have evergreen trees and different types of trees and vines and flowers. So there we go. Now the center of these are just, lots of times I use the tip of the handle of the brush and do dip dots, okay? And so you can do the centers like this with white or yellow, but I also can use the number 2 script liner or the number 1 script liner, and then pick up the color and put little dabs in the center. And you don't have to do every single flower, you just want to get some nice ones in there so it looks more finished, okay? All right, so then what I want to share with you, there's lots of technique to teach you on this worksheet, but I'm going to jump in and show you another leaf. Now look, I'm working this, I'm going to pick up, that's not enough paint. I need this to be worked really hard and quick. All right, how we doing on time, guys? I want to make sure I share with them everything I want.
We're doing good.
Okay, you're going to give me some notice?
I'll give you some notice.
Okay. All right. These guys aren't used to me, but guess what? We've done some fun things this week, and they stayed right up with me. Okay, now watch this. We're going to come right here. Oh, guess what? You got to practice first. All right, so look, I've got my shading. I've got it at least 2/3 up. That side didn't look too good. Let me show it to you better. Okay, so we've got at least half, 2/3 on both sides. And then we're going to come right here and we're going to follow. I'm leaning this so you can see it better, but I like it up higher. So you're just going to follow very slowly. You got some questions? No? All right. So are y'all just watching?
I think everybody's having a good time following along. I see some
That's
folks
good.
trying
That's
to get
good.
their
That
way
makes
over
me
to ordering.
happy. So if you see something that you haven't seen before or you want to know more, just make sure that you check out some more of our lessons. All right, so Hometown is what I'm doing this year. Hometown is a Let's Paint program, and we have Chris Williams and Andy Jones and many of the other artists right here at Plaid that are on. There's so many, I can't name them all, and they are doing lessons every week. So listen, if you want to have the tools you need and the paint you need, just think one paint does so much, and then you use the proper medium to use with that. But I'm telling you, you just go to Amazon or you go to Let's Paint with Craft, no, plaidcrafts.com/Let's Paint. Huh? I didn't say that. Plaidonline.com.
We got it on the screen, it's all good.
Okay, thank you. I get into my painting, you got to help me. Okay, so there we go. So look, curls, curly cues, look at that. So practice. So listen, even if it took you all day to do those, would you be thrilled? And we've done it in about 20 minutes. So how fun is that? Now, I've got another one and another project, and what we're going to get to that we already have pulled out. Miss Chris pulled it out for us. I want to share with you. Love begins at home. Look at this. All right. So what's good about this is we are painting the house. Look at the shading. I did ombre. All right. We did from I see people's names popping up. Is that for you? All right, we have soft green going up to teal, going up to our blues, all right? So look, this has wisteria instead of with the Scruffy, because it's so little, I did small little corners of the brush and did little dots of corners of the brush. And then, look how fun these are. I love these little teeny, we take the script liner and pull the grass and just touch the tops with white. All right, so let's look at these poppies. The poppies are fun. I wanted to share that with you because the field of poppies are always popular. All right, we do fun landscapes with them. And this one will show you, we did flower boxes and the hedge on along the house here. And then I put little white pots all along here, and these are like little geraniums. But they're so little, you just take the corner of your brush and do little red dots. Okay, so let's do our poppies. All right, so this is just, how many months did we do? 4 months here? This is 4 months, and I want you to see that how much you're going to learn just in 4 of these guides. And of course, having the lesson at the same time. All right, so where else can you go get some free lessons where I get to be with you? And you have, when you get your kit, you have a guide right there, like my exact size strokes right in front of you. So it makes it easier for you. Now, what we're going to do, yes?
Donna, I just had a comment here from Curtis. They said they want to thank you and Chris and Andy and everybody at the Let's Paint team for all you do, and they want to just thank you so much for all the education that you guys provide.
It is amazing, isn't it? I feel so honored to be part of Plaid's group here.
And we mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I just wanted to touch back on it, that all of our hometown episodes are on the Plaid Crafts YouTube channel. You guys can check that out at your convenience. There's hours, literally hours of online education. So
I
free.
mean, there's so many videos. You will love it. And Stephen and Jake weren't around when all of these are done, but you guys been pumping them out the last few weeks, doing tons. And it's fun. We're creative guys and girls around here, and you don't want to miss, because any product that you see that's plaids and you don't know how to use it, guess what? You can go to the YouTube channel, and I just searched terracotta the other day. And Kira came up and was showing terracotta, and Kirsten. There's all kinds of fun things going on around here. And that's what's going to make it the best advantage for you, is to go to the Plaid Crafts YouTube and find out everything we're doing with Let's Paint. Find out all our new products. They're fun, fun, fun to use. All right. Thank you so much. Is it Curtis that just said that?
that was Curtis, yes.
Thank you, Curtis. I love it when people all over the world are able to get on YouTube with us. There we go.
Well, Donna, we do have a viewer from Ecuador that was stopping in for a little while.
Well, oh my gosh, I love it. I have some great friends that have painted with us from India and Canada and Africa, South Africa. We have lots of fun together. Of course, they're at different time zones, so sometimes they're up early in the morning. They set their alarm so they could be there. So look, but you don't even have to do that the way that all these are on there. So this is the fun. To get a lesson that stays and you don't have to download it is huge, okay? It makes it, let's see, it makes it easy for you. Can y'all see my poppies?
You were slightly off camera, Donna.
Am I on now?
Yep.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. Y'all just wanted to see how good I am and make me put it way far away. Okay, so look, I did one side, then I did the other side, but you know what you can do? You can come all the way up, reverse direction, lay down, and come all the way back, okay? And that's after you feel more comfortable, okay? So now, okay, now what I want you to see is I started out with the citrus on the outside and the dark in the middle. Then I just flipped the brush and I did sap green on the outside. Isn't that kind of fun? So it gives you a different look, but let me show you one more thing. It's all about tricks, guys. Knowing how to hold the brush and do the strokes. So look at this. I have the green, after you practice on your guide, I have the green, I went to there. Now look what happens. If I turn this brush, I just move from there to here instead of flipping it. Now look what happens when I go like this. So it automatically has this nice shading in there, like the dark's there and the dark's there. You see the difference? So it makes it fun. I also want to now show you with the 12 flat, I've got a mess here. With the 12 flat, I'm gonna do these poppies. Now, there's different poppies that you're going to learn. See the different positions of the poppies? All right, we just have a few minutes, so be sure to let us know. Please post on the videos and all, and tell us what you like about the videos. All right, so, and on this one too, I want to see, I want to hear. All right, so here's the buds, here's the side view, here's how you stroke, and here's the full one. All right, so let me show you one thing. I can take, I took red on one side of a flat brush and yellow on the other when I painted these. And then look at this, you push down and then you have to lift, pressure, lift. Now I am not doing this. Y'all see that? Everybody look, we're almost over. See how that ends? All right, so it's very hard sometimes for people to go, oh, we're not just doing that. No, I'm putting pressure and then I stand up to the chisel. Pressure, stand up to the chisel. So instead of wiping that right now, I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick while we have time. There's the apple red, moon yellow. Now watch, I'm at an angle, pushing down, standing up, push down, slide to the side. This is what you practice on the guide. slide to the other side. Then you can just come here and come this way and this way, all right? So then I can just do some little pressure lift, little buds. All right, then look at this. We do 1, 2, 3. I should go get more paint. All right, now look here. This is one petal you're going to practice where you slide a little slice, which makes it tilted instead of straight on. All right, and are we done? No? We still okay? 1, 2, 3. All right, I need to know if you're having a good time. I want Plaid to invite me back again. How's that sound?
Looks like everybody's having a great time in the chat, Donna.
Oh, good. It's good to chat because then you get to know each other and find out what's going on, what country you're in, what state you're in, and just have a good time. And we get together, all of us get together. They have monthly lessons and weekly lessons by different artists here. And what you're going to love is the knowledge you get from all those lessons. All right, so to finish this off, we just take a little bit of licorice, which I didn't get, so I'm going to use purple and sap green. All right, and I can put these little black or dark centers in here, or you can tap it. Poppies come different ways. So look how fun that is. Now, what I want to share one more time, we got a few seconds. All right, one more time, I just want to share with you. This is the Let's Paint Hometown Lesson kit. And Hometown is a whole program of 12 lessons for this year, and you can watch them all right here on YouTube, on this channel, on the Plaid channel right here. You can watch Plaid Crafts and see the YouTube channel, and then go to Hometown Donna Dewberry with Plaid. I have lots of lessons over the years that we've done that are right here. They're full-length lessons. So you don't have to worry about it. It's here. They don't go away. You can come back many times and watch it along with all the other artists here at this company.
Donna, why don't you tell them about the September 1st release of the next month's lesson?
Okay, where are we at?
It's Enjoy the Journey Behind You.
Join the journey.
Enjoy the journey behind you.
Okay, what I love about this, I'm going to grab it, all right? What I love about this is I want you to enjoy the journey of painting, of your family, of just traveling, having a good time, enjoying the journey. Are we up? Are we down?
You're good.
Okay, all right, so this is an exact pattern in this kit. So you get the bike, which bikes are fun, but sometimes they're tricky. So this makes it easy. We do everything for you. We have this exact window. So you just put the window and you use steps with me to make it happen. I show you how to do stone and how to shade and make it look old world and be able to hang it right in a special room in your house so that it inspires you to go on a journey, whatever that journey is. And enjoy the journey is lettering that you get to do, different fonts we teach you. It's fun. So let me tell you, 12 paints of the beautiful multi-surface paint, floating medium, 10 amazing FolkArt One Stroke brushes, if I have to say so myself. And there's 9 patterns with templates of, like I said, the bike and different fonts for words and phrases that you can make signs on all your canvases or your projects. And so we have the brushes, the floating medium, I'll make sure I got it all, the teaching guides, the upper and lowercase alphabet. We even have a stencil brush, and what am I missing?
Your hand-painted folder.
Oh my gosh, I hand-painted the folder, and the folder has this hydrangea on it, bigger, and I did it for you guys. So you can put all these worksheets in. So doesn't that sound fun? I can't wait for you to come again and do a live on YouTube with us and see all the different Plaid crafts. Thank you so much. Let's